motovlogging is dead. Or so you'd think after seeing some of the things that I've been seeing online recently. And I think this opens up a good topic for conversation. Is motovlogging dead? Has motovlogging become a tad stale? Is it repetitive? Has it become an overcrowded pastime, entertainment source, whatever you'd call it? I don't know. Now I think motovlogging as a whole can't summarise it everything really, because there's thank you for that, there's so many different aspects to motovlogging and so many different styles. Yeah, you've got the style of the commuter, the classic commuter chatting shit on their way to and from work. I am an avid user and creator of some of those types of videos. Then you've got sort of your review channels, trying out the newest bikes and tech and whatnot. Always helpful for if you're looking for a new purchase. I'm gonna go for it up here, you know. Oh, yes, boys. Nice jacket. He had my jacket and I complimented him. Oh, are we gonna be proper fucking cheeky here? Yeah, we are. You gotta give the people what they want. You've also got the adventurous type vloggers who go to some pretty awesome places and do some pretty awesome stuff. So I think there's definitely a lot of variety within motovlogging. And then obviously you've got your track days and shit like that, and varying levels of quality. Whoa, what? Am I invisible? I assume I'm invisible. I think a sad side of it that is definitely just the way entertainment works is that the drama brings views. So for example, crashes, always, altercations, you know, close calls on the road, run-ins with the police, things like that. And then probably your hooligan type content, sending these beautiful machines onto the back wheel. And so definitely the craziest stuff naturally gets more views. It just does. And I think that is the nature of the beast of motovlogging. What are people's opinions on it? Do we think that it's getting overcrowded? Is there certain things you like seeing motovloggers do? Certain things that you just despise when vloggers do? Is there any people that you've thought, I know what you're trying, but I don't think you're cut out for this, bish. I don't think you're cut out for this. You must have your opinions. Now this isn't saying like wearing a camera riding, because I think wearing a camera riding is probably quite an intelligent thing to do in terms of not necessarily your own safety, but your own bloody proof in situations where you might need the evidence. It's just like having a dash cam, isn't it, really? It's just a little less convenient. I would say if you can get a camera to ride with, I'd recommend it. But I sort of went the other way. I didn't have a camera to ride with, and I specifically got one because I was like, oh well, I'm commuting on the bike daily, shall I whack a camera on and spout a load of shit? I knew I spouted shit to myself, to be honest, so I thought, yeah, we'll give it a crack. And I think naturally when an idea, say the motovlogging scene, when an idea goes viral, you know, and there's definitely a couple of standout personalities that skyrocket, then everyone sort of wants a piece of the pie. And I mean, and I think it's probably because it's the case of, you know, you have a hobby, you see other people thriving and making a living out of the hobby, and not like racing, not anything that's going to be super hard to get into, but just in terms of daily in a motorbike with a camera on and chatting whatever you fancy, people have made a living out of it. So there's loads of people who are like, right, I want to follow that trend. And is that the way a lot of people go? Possibly. Is it the way I went? No. I think what started me on this journey was more intrigue than anything. I'd only been riding the bike, I'd only been riding my 125 for maybe about 6 months when I started the channel, and we moved house and I had a slightly longer commute, and I thought, shall I just give something a go? I'll give it a go and see see what happens and see if we can grow anything, see if anyone has any interest in it. Not expecting that there was going to be anyone particularly, and for those first couple of weeks and stuff there wasn't. It was a nice cool new idea. I'd recently got into the hobby and I thought, yeah, let's go for it, and some people started to like it, so I continued. I do think with specifically Reels and TikTok and things like that, that the amount of motovloggers has multiplied exponentially. But is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? Because surely if you feel like the scene's becoming overcrowded, how can a scene be overcrowded when you have the option to just choose who you want to watch? You know, everyone's going to do the thing. If you don't like it, don't watch it. And no one's going to force you to watch it. No one's going to try and force you to watch it. So just follow who you want to follow and hopefully try and help them grow. If people are entertaining and people have a reason to stay, then people will stay, and those channels are the ones that will grow. But then if there's people, as you'd say, overcrowding the scene, but there's no entertainment value, then naturally they're probably not going to get the views. The motivation might dwindle. It might not. There's some pretty persistent people out there, more power to them. But I think naturally the cream always rises to the top. No, but you sort of understand what I'm saying. Creamy! Careful, they don't pull across me. Careful, because another one's gonna go. Now we're safe. We're all good. Oh my god, that is a lot of traffic in that right-hand lane. Oh, is that a tad tight? No, I'm actually gonna go for it, you know. Right, we'll wait for everyone to slow down and then I'll merge through. Ah, fuck. You're right where I want to be. I almost feel like that line's there for traffic to park behind. Not for me and my X5, bro. But yeah, I've seen a couple of things on, I've seen some things being said on Reddit, and obviously you can never really take Reddit at face value. It's like taking advice from Twitter. It's probably not the best idea, but there's going to be some strange views on there. But yeah, a lot of people saying they're just sick and tired of motovlogs, like sick and tired of seeing how many, everyone wants to be a motovlogger, this, that, next thing. Ah! Oh my god, I just nearly lost my backpack. I think each to their own. Each to their own, if I'm being perfectly honest. And obviously I'm going to say that because guess what? I'm a motovlogger. I do motovlogs. I'm obviously not going to say, oh yeah, I fucking hate motovlogs. I do quite like the amount of people though that do it, because it gives you options, you know, and it's different people to sort of move between as well, and extra people to support. That's the beauty of things like YouTube. It's like everyone's a winner, because if you like a load of different people, it's not like you've got to split your support. You can just support both and subscribe to both, which I do quite like, which is why YouTube seems a much more friendly place in terms of the people who you get commenting than things like Instagram and TikTok. You definitely get some absolute specimens coming onto your videos in them. But YouTube does feel it's very homely. You get really nice engagement, really nice engagement. You do always tend to find that the filtering videos do quite well. I don't know why, because it's probably because some people tend to get pissy and then people argue in the comments, and I find that when people argue in the comments, those videos do a lot better because it sees it as its engagement, isn't it? Which isn't always, thank you, it's not always the nicest way to be getting engagement. You'd obviously prefer to get the engagement at face value on the content rather than the discussions that come with it. But it's interesting. Oh mate, we are absolutely shredding it today. Shredding. Chocolate shreddies. Yeah, I think there's room for everything, everyone, and if it more motovloggers means more motorbikes on road as well, because TikTok and Instagram are obviously a good way that younger people are going to be getting into it, because they'll see the favourite motovloggers boshing wheelies and whatnot and be like, I want to be like them. Like, there's people I do know that are, when, you know, they want to get a motorbike, it's a case of, oh, why don't you wheelie? I just want to go super quick and wheelie and stoppy, and it's cool. And you know what? It is fucking cool. But then obviously there is the side of it that it's like, just don't take it too far. But I myself, I'm entertained by the more hooligan type content. I've mentioned before people I've watched who enjoy a wheelie. So these things that I've seen that have said motovlogging's dead, I think I have to totally disagree with them. I think it's content that a lot of people enjoy watching. Likewise, I don't just make the videos, I watch a hell of a lot of videos, motovlogging and whatever else, and a mixture as well, to be fair, of the different styles. I just think it's a pretty solid conversation topic, and I am intrigued if there's any viewers who do believe that motovlogging's dead. And if you do think that, what's your reasoning behind it? Let's have a chat, or an argument, who knows. So I think I'd actually encourage, if there's anyone out there who's thinking of chucking a camera on their helmet and just giving it a go, it is just really enjoyable. I've been doing it for 2 years now, just over 2 years. I sort of just love making the videos, and one of the nicest parts is just chatting with people in the comments. I'm lucky enough now that I've got a few loyal subscribers who consistently comment and, you know, love just having a laugh and a joke. And, you know, when I do meetups, or singular meetup should I say, the people were just ace. Everyone were just happy, everyone were lovely, funny as all. So motovlogging is not dead. It will never die. We're gonna filter. Oh, so casual, mate. I'm so cool. You're just so goddamn cool. Seems as though the UK and the American scene seems very different. The American scene seems a lot more crowded with sort of going out in a vest on 1000cc pulling wheelies down straight long roads. That does seem to be a lot of the content over there. Now, I'm not dismissing the other types of content, not at all, not one bit actually, but my algorithm seems to throw a lot of that stuff at me. Sun, biceps, and a sprinkle of stupidity, maybe. Just absolutely sending it in your birthday suit. But it's just not what I'm going for, I don't think. Not because I can't wheelie, not because I don't have biceps, not because the weather's not warm enough to wear just a vest. Obviously other reasons. What kinds of people do people enjoy the most then? Do you like that the American style wheelies in tank tops and whatnot? Does that not get boring? Once you've seen a wheelie, you've seen them all? No? No, I'm joking. Do you go to motovloggers for the type of videos they put out, the places they go to, or do you go for personality? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of motovloggers, I'm sure, like myself, you watch people who you really like, and personality wise you really like. I'm not saying I'm really likable, I'm saying I watch people that I really like. People might think I'm an annoying ball bag. In fact, people have called me cringe before, but those people can suck one of the nuts. I don't mind which one. Salty! In fact, a local brewery to Huddersfield does a nice ale called Salty Kiss. Trade secret, that's my nuts. Dunked. That's my nuts. Jordan! Le dunked. So drink it, bitches. Off topic, back to the topic. Yeah, there's people I watch who I really like, and I think they are funny as the fooks, and I think they deserve tens of thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they would entertain wonderfully. And that's all based on personality, not necessarily what they're riding, not necessarily if they do bike reviews or places that they go, just genuine people. So what makes you tick? Has motovlogging been an inspiration for you to actually get into biking yourself? Like, was there ever any intention to get into biking, and when you started watching motovlogging, you've gone, you know what, this looks really fun, I think I might give this a go? Not necessarily the motovlogging side, but just the motorbiking side. Not the worst views in the world. Not the worst views at all. For those of you that do enjoy the channel, loyal subscribers, whatever, anyone who's interested, I have actually set up the members now. I've not set up any tiers really properly yet, but I have chucked on the lowest cost tier, 99p. If anyone wants to show a bit of extra support to the channel, feel free. It's set up. We'll do cheeky little member shout outs. We'll see if we can get a few members. That'd be cool to have an official label of the Pudlings. And also we're going to do some, I'm going to design some nice little icons, so like you can have a little Yorkshire pudding next to your name. And if I do set up further tiers, we'll do it like every tier adds an extra component of a Sunday roast. Not extra tier, sorry, like time served, that's it, time served. So like 1 month will be just a Yorkshire pudding, and then month 2 you might have some peas on there, and then month 3 we might throw in the roast potatoes, and basically you get to end and you've got a nice full roast dinner and it looks fucking delicious. Let me know if you're interested, if there's anything interesting for the members side of things, but it's set up, so if you want to show a bit of extra love, feel free guys. But the last thing I want to do is sell out, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, oh right, oh you people love my channel, now fucking give me some money, give me some money. No, it is not that at all. Absolutely no pressure. I'm free falling. Anyway, I'm a head out. Peace.